Hey guys, in this animation tutorial we're gonna go over lights. This is an image by Cremdella. He's an awesome photographer. You can find him on Instagram. I put his tag name in the bottom left corner here. You can find this image in your project folder. So what we're gonna do in this animation here is create the illusion that the lights are moving this way and even the reflection while keeping the car and the things in the background along with the girl steady. So let's get started. We're going to grab the animation tool. So this animation is a little bit more intricate as it takes a lot of precision and it's really just time consuming to get the right animation nose in the right spot. So to get started with this animation, we're going to hop right into it and animate this top section here. So we're going to go to the bottom of this light, the outside of it. We're going to go to the right of this light and go about 2 up. And it's going to do that all the way through. There we go. We'll go to the outside of this one. Now click play and see what we have so far. As you can see, it moves pretty smooth. I'll just slow it down a bit. Even this part is moving. I masked up here. And we can add some animation nodes here too as well. And make them a little bit faster. So now you can see the other lights are also moving pretty nicely already as well. So now we can start animating those. And this section here, the bulbs are a bit more separated, so I'm actually going to take the time to go and connect each one. And then I'm going to come over a few, skip that middle line. I'm going to take it off the page. Alright, so we can click play and see what we have so far. And as you can see, we've created a really cool effect so far within the lights. Let's mask her in the middle. And of course, we're going to zoom in so you can get these edges because there are lights coming from behind her head. So you want to make sure you're as precise as possible and get in here. And of course, I like to use the brackets on the keyboard to increase and decrease the size of my brush. We can go ahead and do some of the window reflections. And we'll even follow it up to the top of the car. I'm just going to do a quick brush over, and I'll come back and right click to get the eraser tool. Alright, I'm going to click play again, see what we have so far. That looks pretty good so far. Obviously we have the edges of her hair moving with the motion, but we can use the feather tool to clean that up a bit. We'll bring it up a bit. You can see the edges start to show the lights on the edge. And we can bring the foreground up a bit to clean up the edges around her. And it looks a lot better now. Still a bit of hair molecules going out, so we can fix that. We don't go too far into it because it'll mess with the lights moving. So there might be some tiny imperfections. So right now we have a pretty cool effect so far. So now we can come down to the bottom and we can animate these lights here. As you can see, the lights aren't as visible, so I'm just trying to go along with these animation points up here. Just try to stay at the same length apart. And I'm going to come down to the bottom of it. Let me delete these and redo that. You can see there's little reflections back here, so we'll get those as well. And now let's mask. Alright, let's see what we have so far. Sure is some jumbled mess here, so let's take a look and see what's causing that. And click play again. Now this middle section here doesn't really seem to be helping the animation, so let's mask that actually. Alright, I'll click play again. It looks a lot better now. I'm gonna add a stabilizer here because it looks kind of weird coming out of that. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, let's click play and see. Cool. So now we can get started on the reflections of the car. And as you can see, we have these lights under the theater sign moving upwards. So we're going to have to get all of these things moving as well. Let's go to the top of the light on a reflection here. We'll come down. Alright. I'm going to do the same for here. I had bigger animation links for these. Alright, let's see. You know what? We're going to make these a bit smaller. So for these, we're going to make even nodes. Alright, and we'll come to the top over here. We'll come down a bit. Alright, so now I'm going to mask the windshield wipers. So let's zoom out and see what we have so far. And you can see it's coming together and it looks pretty good. Just add a little bit more masking. And these here, we'll connect them. And as you can see, the front windshield looks good now. There's a little bit of shadowy effect from the top of the windshield, so that's caused by us putting these animation nodes over that point. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop that and just bring it down to about here. So it's a little bit less of the shadowy effect, so it looks better now. So now let's go down to the hood of the car and let's mask her reflection. This is one of my more highly requested animations on Instagram. Alright. Those are lights there, they're kind of blurry, but unmask those. Alright, so the home stretch. You see the kind of tucks here. We'll just create little animation nodes for that. We'll come down here. 2, 2, 2. So now I'll click play. And as you can see, we've created the illusion of the lights moving in the background. And the world is standing still at the same time. So this is a little bit more of an advanced tutorial, as it does take a lot more time, and as you can see, I sped up a lot of this video just for the sake of time. But when you're going in to create this, make sure you're using precise animation nodes, connecting each light to each light to make sure that it's a smooth transition. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come up to our FX, go to audio, we're going to type in crowd, and we can add in like chatter. And one thing we're going to do is we're going to go to IG vertical, bring it down just a bit, we'll recenter it just to cut off any ghost animations on the side. Looks a little better. And if you'd like, you can come into video, type in sparkles. You can even add fireflies to even add more added layer of a surreal effect to it. Let's just see how that looks. We'll drag this down. And there you have it, guys. You've created a surreal illusion of the lights moving in this more advanced tutorial. Alright guys, so that's it for this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video.